first baseman. Carson Tidwell in center field. Corbin Broyles is at second base. Wyatt McFadden is hitting in the 7-hole. He's the shortstop. Kason Wilkins is in the right fielder, and Caden Rhodes is the DH, and he's hitting for the starting pitcher, Landon Bartell. So that's a look at the starting lineup for the Spring Hill Panthers. Now for the Carthage Bulldogs, leading off in center field is Cale Preston. Batting second at third base is Ty Chambers. Brooks Soap is at behind the plate hitting third. Cade Moore, the cleanup hitter, is at first base. Dylan Davenport in the 5-hole is at shortstop. Maddox Martinez at second base. Taylor Marshall is the DH hitting seventh. Patrick Malone in the 8-hole. He's in right field. And Sam Watson is in the 9-hole. He is the left fielder. So again, the Bulldog lineup, you have Preston, Chambers, and Soap, the top third of the order. Moore, Davenport, and Martinez, the middle third. Marshall, Malone, and Watson, the bottom third of the order for the Carthage Bulldogs. Matthew Smith, incidentally, is the starting pitcher, a right-hander for the Carthage Bulldogs. Well, let's see if we can take a break. Let's take a break. We'll be back in 60 seconds.
Check off your to-do list with big savings on building materials at Kane Hardware and Lumber. Kane's is your one-stop shop for building materials for large-scale jobs, small projects, and everything in between. Whether you're building a house, adding on, or just updating, we carry the concrete, drywall, lumber, insulation, roofing, siding, molding, and many more products you'll need. Add character and charm to your home with our large selection of paint colors. We have all the products you need. Shop Kane Hardware and Lumber at 224 South Shelby Street in Carthage.
Carthage Independent School District is where champions are educated. As we face another year of uncertainty, Carthage will remain committed to being champions for every child, every day. We will continue being champions in the classroom with the help of our incredible team of teachers. We will continue being champions in extracurriculars, fine arts, and athletic events with the support of our fans along the way. And we will continue being champions for our community. Thank you for your continued support.
All right, we're back here at Bulldog Park, and let's take a look now at the umpires. Introduction to the umpires sponsored by Hartsway Hospice. The plate umpire tonight will be Chris Walker, and on the bases are going to be Jeremy Dreesen. So Chris Walker behind the plate, Jeremy Dreesen on the bases. Introduction to the officials sponsored by Hartsway Hospice. Hartsway Hospice serving you since 1985, so that'd be just short of 40 years. Hartsway Hospice is with you every step of the way. Hartsway Hospice serving you again since 1985. The Bulldogs 1-0 in district play. That one victory was a 2-1 victory 1 week ago tonight over at Henderson. Spring Hill won their opening district game. I believe it was 11-0 against Gilmer. And the other district contest last week was a 2-1 victory for Kilgore over Center. And I understand that Kilgore and Gilmer, they've already completed play today. They played earlier today with it being a spring break week. And let's see, I've got that score for you right here. As soon as I can find my phone, I will give it to you. I believe it was 18-13. My good buddy Joe Hale, sports writer covering Kilgore this year, he sent me a message. And if I can get to that, I'll tell you what it was. Kilgore beat Gilmer 16-13. 16-13, so a slugfest over at Driller Park. I believe it was at Kilgore. May have been at Gilmer, not for sure about that, but Kilgore wins at 16-13. All right, stepping in for the Spring Hill Panthers to face the righty, senior right-hander Matthew Smith is Travis Allen. Allen, a left-handed hitter, and here's the first pitch of the ball game, and it is in there for a strike. Here's the 0-1 pitch, a little bit low, perhaps outside. Ball 1-1 the count now. Here's a 2-0 pitch, or the 1-1 pitch, and it is now ball 2. I believe the count should be 2-1. They have 3-0 up on the scoreboard. It is 2-1. That's right. 2-1 count instead of 3-0. Here's the 2-1 pitch. This one is lined out into right center field. That's going to be down for a base hit. Right fielder over, cuts it off. Here's the throw to second, and the runner's going to be sliding in head first with a stand-up double, or with a sliding double, I should say. So Travis Allen lines one to right center, and he is on second base with nobody out. The right fielder, Patrick Malone, got over there and cut it off to prevent it from going any further toward the fence. This is a big ballpark here, 320 feet down the lines, 380 to straightaway center field and to right center and left center, which would be about, I'm going to guess here, about 40 feet to either side of straightaway center is 394. So a big high school park, a big yard here. Okay, with a runner on second now and nobody out for Spring Hill, in steps Trent Thompson. So again, Travis Allen with a leadoff double to right center. Smith from the stretch, and that one is over the outside corner. Boy, we got a break on that one, it appears. This may be an expanded strike zone tonight on the outside corner to right-handed hitters. That one looked to be several inches off the plate. Here's the stretch, the 0-1. Strike two call, breaking ball over the inside part of the plate. A lot of high school umps from doing this for 27 or 28 years. I'm not for sure exactly how many. They tend to expand the plate on the outside corner to right-handed hitters. This pitch swung on and missed, strike three. So Thompson goes down on strikes. And that's the first out of the inning as Matthew Smith, the senior righty, tries to work out of a first inning jam. This is an all-turf field here. Bulldogs spelled out in red, trimmed in white in front of their dugout, and in front of the third base dugout, Carthage spelled out in red, trimmed in white. And there's a huge C in center field. If you get a chance, go to Google Maps and go to the satellite view and take a look at the size of this C. Here's the pitch, and this one is a breaking ball in there for a strike to Josiah Mackey. Huge C in center field. It extends over into right center and left center. And I tell you what, sometime I'm going to try to get out there and walk it off and see how big that thing is. Here's the 0-1 pitch outside. 1-1 the count. Nice stop there by the Bulldog backstop, that being Brooks Soap. Soap just a sophomore. 5 3-year starters graduating for Carthage this past spring. They lost the catcher, the third baseman, the shortstop, combination first baseman, pitcher, and the center fielder. All right, here's the stretch by Matthew Smith. And the 1-1 outside. So the count now is 2-1. Yeah, Todd Register, the catcher, third baseman Braden Smith, shortstop Connor Cuff. And then you've got Brooks Brewster, who was either playing first base or pitching, and then Noah Patty in center field. All right, time called as Brooks Soap goes out to visit with Matthew Smith. And while that was happening, the runner on second went over to visit with Garrett Methvin, the head coach and third base coach for the Spring Hill Panthers. Most folks would, I think, at the start of this district campaign, pick these two teams plus Kilgore to be the top three in the district. Here's the 2-1 pitch. This one in there for a strike, and the count now is 2-2. Carthage will be on the road for the next two encounters. We go to Gilmer on Friday night and then to Driller Park in Kilgore on next Tuesday. Here's the 2-2. This one hit back to the pitcher, Matthew Smith, a couple of steps toward first, then fires it over to the first baseman, Cade Moore. And Mackey is out number 2 in the inning. When the ball was hit back to Smith, the runner on second took off. Now, you know, Matthew, I guess, could have Could have looked to go to third to try to get that lead runner, but he took what would be the sure out at first base. Had a sure out there. It might have been a little iffy as to whether or not they'd get the runner at third. Here's the cleanup hitter. This pitch is hit on the ground. Shortstop has it. Dylan Davenport over to first in time, and Matthew Smith works out of a jam as Burton grounds out 6-3 to end the inning. So no runs, a hit, and one left for Spring Hill in the top of the first. We go to the bottom half of the first inning. No score here at Bulldog Park. Back after this 90-second break.
The city of Carthage, county seat of Panola County, gas capital of the United States, and friendliest spot in the world. We have it all: temperate weather, lots of jobs, good schools and churches, and even the Texas Country Music Hall of Fame. Carthage, a great spot on Highway 59 to settle down or just to visit for a while. Panola College, local medical care, a low tax base, and great shopping. That's Carthage. Recommend us, refer us, and revive yourself in the piney woods of East Texas. Carthage, with places we're all proud to call home.
Throughout Texas, Louisiana, and New Mexico, one of the largest independent oil field service companies is Pinergy, ranked number 1 in the United States for total number of wells drilled. You'll likely recognize Pinergy Carthage top management: Randy Taylor, Brandon Taylor, Andy Snow, Justin Taylor, and Steve Nations. At the Austin corporate office, senior management offers a combined 400 years experience regarding energy services. No more. Check the website pinergy.com or call 903-693-8400. Pinergy. Better solutions, better building comes from Louisiana Pacific, caring and involved corporate resident. Friends and neighbors in Panola County are the foundation of business at Louisiana Pacific, delivering high-performance building products in the area. You know these folks. You know them from church, civic clubs, as volunteers in the work they do in the community, and at Louisiana Pacific. Good people in good company with you and Louisiana Pacific.
All right, we're back here at Bulldog Park. Larry Allen along with Brenton Funson. Brenton, a junior at Carthage High School, and he's the one that's responsible for giving you the streaming. In other words, being able to see the ball game. So if you're listening to this on 104.3 FM, you can watch this. And we are in the press box, so we have a pretty good view from our camera position here. And it is on YouTube. So you need to go to YouTube to find the video stream of this ball game. The Bulldogs coming into the ball game again with a record of 7 wins, 6 losses, and 2 ties. And they are 1-0 in district play. We'll go over the district format for you again. We mentioned it last week. A rather unusual format. I guess this is about my 27th or 28th year of doing Bulldog. Here's a pitch to Cale Preston high for ball 1 of doing Bulldog baseball. And in all of those first 26 or 27 years, it was a 10-game district schedule. This pitch is foul back as he tried to bunt his way on, and the count now is 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. But this is a 15-game district schedule, and the way we get that accomplished is we play each of the 5 other teams once. Here's the 1-1 pitch. This one swung on and missed. Count now is 1-2. The Bulldogs facing a righty tonight, Landon Bartell. Bartell into the wide, and this pitch is swung on. That's strike 3. So Preston strikes out to start the bottom half of the first inning for the Bulldogs, and that'll bring up Ty Chambers. Chambers, one of the returning starters from last year. So we play each of the 5 teams once. So we've played Henderson, playing Spring Hill tonight. Friday night we go to Gilmer. That'll be game number 3. That pitch is outside to Chambers. And then a week from tonight we go to Kilgore. That'll be number 4. And then a week from Friday night we'll be back here to face Center. This one is a ground ball, left side, shortstop to his left, has it, throws to first, in time to get Chambers, who has pretty good speed going down the line. So Chambers grounds out 6-3, and that'll bring up now Brooks Soap, the sophomore catcher. So we play, again, Spring Hill tonight, and then it's at Gilmer Friday, at Kilgore a week from tonight, and then Center will be here a week from Friday night. And that completes the first third of the district schedule. So that will be district game number 5. That pitch is low to Soap for ball 1. And then we start playing the other 5 teams, each of those teams twice in 1 week. There's a strike right there. That almost hit Soap. So the count now is 1-1. And we play them in the same order that we did in the first round. That pitch is off the corner, so the count now is 2-1. So in other words, when we get through those first 5 games, here's a 2-1 pitch to Soap. This is a ground ball, left side. Shortstop to his left has it. Over to first in time to get Soap, who runs extremely well for a catcher, but he's out. So the Bulldogs go down 1-2-3 in the bottom half of the first. We go now to the top of 2. No score here at Bulldog Park. Back right after this.
Genpack Carthage, over 50 years servicing the food and restaurant industry with superior products. Advancing innovative packaging to enhance the human experience is more than just our purpose statement. It's our driving passion to make people's lives better through the food packaging they use daily. Genpack's dedication to quality assures you get food containers and packaging at its best. Browse and find what you need at genpack.com or look for our products on amazon.com. We are everywhere. Made right here in Carthage by folks you know. Genpack.
FlowZone is your industry leader for all oil and gas pipe, valve fitting, and supply needs. FlowZone Carthage has over 130 years of combined experience with an outstanding safety record. FlowZone, located at 1092 Highway 59 South, just south of Denny's, is ready to offer customer service that will exceed your expectations with services such as free delivery and competitive pricing. Call them today, 903-263-0200.
All right, Larry Allen along with Brenton Funsum here at Bulldog Park. And Bulldog Park is not only the location of the Carthage baseball team, but it's also our Carthage Lady Bulldogs softball team. So there's both a baseball field here and softball. Both of them have covered seating. In other words, you've got protection here from the rain and the sun, both. And I believe I'm correct that there's 400, I may have this wrong, 400 chairback seats for softball, and I believe 750 for baseball. I tell you, it's just an outstanding facility. And restrooms, probably the largest restrooms you'll see in district, in high school baseball, at least in our district. Concession stand not open yet. And some dressing rooms for the players. Okay, here's Carson Tidwell, the 5-hole hitter, leading off and takes one outside for ball 1. 1-0 the count. Here's a pitch to him, and it's fouled off. 1-1 now. Here's the 1-1, swung on and missed, strike 2. 1-2 the count now. One and two on Tidwell, leading off in the second. Here's the pitch, and it's high and inside. 2-2 the count now on Carson Tidwell. It'll be Tidwell, Broyles, and McFadden for the Panthers here in the top of the second inning. Here's the windup and the pitch, and this one is hit out into right center field. Right fielder coming in and makes the grab. He was playing fairly shallow and came in and caught it on the run. That catch made out there in right field by Patrick Malone. So Tidwell lines out to right for the first out of the inning, and that brings up Corbin Broyles, the second baseman, and another right-handed hitter. I believe this makes 6 straight right-handed hitters for Spring Hill. Here's the 1-0. Just missing on the outside corner. Matthew put that in a good spot. May have been a little bit low. Here's the 1-0. This one hit foul, out of play. I'll tell you another thing I like about this. The two fields are separated by enough of a distance that you're not going to have foul balls, in my opinion. You're not going to have foul ball going from one field to the other and, falling in the field of play and maybe injuring somebody. There are some high schools in East Texas where that is a definite possibility. 1-1 the count now. Here's the 1-1 outside. 2-1. Two and one the count on Broyles. Here's the 2-1 pitch. This one fouled out of play, and the count now goes to 2-2. Scoreboard out in right center field, and it does have with it being a new scoreboard, and that means you've got it, and the pitch count rule has been around for a few years. Here's the 2-2 pitch. This one fouled out of play, and the count still is at 2-2. And it does have a spot on the scoreboard for the pitch count. Scoreboard at this point has Matthew Smith with 23 pitches, I believe it says. And Bartell had 10 in the first inning. Here's the 2-2. Strike 3 call, got him. So Broyles called out on strikes for out number 2 in the inning. That is the second strikeout in the ball game for Matthew Smith on a breaking ball there. This ump has a very slow, deliberate strike call. Wyatt McFadden, the batter now. Here's a pitch to him, and this one is an off-speed pitch swung on and missed for strike 1. Boy, Matthew had him off balance there. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Outside. 1-1 the count. Here's the 1-1. Outside. 2-1. Matthew not quite as sharp as he was over at Henderson last week. Boy, he had about 10 to 13 pitches in the first 2 innings combined. There's a strike right there. 2-2 the count now on McFadden. We're in the top half of the second inning. No score between Carthage and Spring Hill. Here's the 2-2. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. He got him. So McFadden down on strikes, and it's a 1-2-3 inning for Matthew Smith. We go to the bottom of 2, no score here in Carthage. And we will take now a 90-second break.
FlowZone is your industry leader for all oil and gas pipe, valve fitting, and supply needs.
Ready to supercharge your future in the energy industry? Panola College is introducing the brand new Matthews Foundation Energy Building, opening its doors this fall with programs in electrician, HVAC, natural gas compression, and welding. Small class sizes, state-of-the-art equipment, and personalized attention, where your goals are our priority. Our hands-on approach means you're diving into the real-world energy experience, setting you up for success from day one. Enroll today at panola.edu.
Bink's Quick Stop in Carthage on the corner of 699 and The Loop. Open Sunday through Thursday from 4 a.m. to 10 p.m. and Friday and Saturday from 4 a.m. to 11 p.m. Open for breakfast, and the grill is open throughout the day, and it provides the best hamburgers in town. You can also get a grilled chicken or chicken fried steak. It's all fresh and made from scratch. And, of course, you can fill up your tank with gas. That's at Bink's, a Quick Stop in Carthage, again on the corner of 699 and The Loop.
Farmers State Bank, a name that you know and can depend on. We're your neighbors and community partners. We're committed to meeting your financial needs by providing banking solutions for your mortgage, commercial, or personal loans. With 118 years of service to our community, we're part of your local rodeos, 4-H, and festivals. We want you to know that we're here for you. Visit us at fsbctx.bank or come see us today. Farmers State Bank, improving lives and fulfilling dreams. Member FDIC equal.
First pitch to Caden Moore, and he hits a bullet headed toward left field, deflected by the third baseman, and the deflection sent it toward left field. Shortstop to his right came up with it, and a perfect throw to first to get Moore. So that's a 5-6-3 put out there. And it's out number one here in the bottom of the second. Count now, I believe, is 1-1 to Dylan Davenport. This pitch is in there for a strike. I think it's now 1-2. I believe it is. Okay, here's the pitch. That's low, and the count now is 2-2. Bulldogs facing a right-hander tonight, Landon Bartell. Here's a 2-2 pitch. This one hit up the middle towards center field, into center field for a base hit. So the Bulldogs have their first base hit and base runner of the night as Davenport singles to center. So he's there with one away for Maddox Martinez, the second baseman. And we mentioned a week ago that the Bulldogs, at least in the early going, they're going to be, their strengths are going to be their pitching and their defense. Martinez tries to get the butt down and cannot, and the snap throw to first, and the runner's back in there. So I believe that was a strike there as he offered at it. So, both of our runs last week against Henderson, both of them, started with a walk and then a sacrifice. One of the runners was sacrificed to second. The other one, Cale Preston, went all the way to third, and then they came in on a single. So a walk, sacrifice, and a hit. And we're going to have to manufacture some runs this year. Here's a line drive into right field for a base hit. The runner's going to stop at second, so the Bulldogs have two runners on now, two consecutive hits here as Davenport singles, and now Martinez singles to the opposite field, to right field. And so that brings up Taylor Marshall, the DH. So now the Bulldogs with a threat here in the bottom of the second, no score. Taylor Marshall up with runners at first and second, one out. Beautiful setting for a ballpark here. The outfield area totally surrounded by trees. That pitch is low, ball one. Again, this is a big yard here. 320 down the lines, 380 to straightaway center, 394 to right center and left center. There go the runners, and the pitch is fouled off. So the count now is 0-2 on 1-1 on Taylor Marshall. So we've got Davenport at second, Martinez at first, one out in the inning, 1-1 count. This one is fouled off, and the count now goes to 1-2 on Marshall. First and second for the Bulldogs here in the bottom of the second, no score, one out, and a 1-2 count now on the 7-hole hitter. This is Taylor Marshall, the DH, a left-handed batter. Chokes up on the bat now with two strikes on him. This pitch is fouled off. From my position right here, it looks like he's choking up about an inch on the bat, maybe a little bit more than that. Choking up now with two strikes on him. Going to try to make contact here. Slightly open stance at the plate, not very much. Here's the 1-2. Low, 2-2. Two count on Taylor Marshall. Runners at first and second. One out here in the bottom of the second, no score. Here's the 2-2. This one line foul down the first base line. So Marshall making Bartell work a little bit. I'm going to show this as being the 7th pitch to Marshall. Here's the stretch, the 2-2 outside and high. Very high. Nice stop by the catcher there, and the count now is full at 3-2. Josiah Mackey behind the plate for the Panthers. Big pitch coming up here, the 3-2 pitch. This one swung on and missed, strike 3. Well, he made him work for it. I show that to be pitch number 8 in the at-bat for Marshall, but he goes down swinging on a 3-2 pitch, and that'll bring up now Patrick Malone. Malone, a right-handed hitter, hitting in the 8 hole. He's the right fielder tonight for the Bulldogs. So obviously a bunt is off right here unless he were bunting for a base hit. There's a strike to Malone. All right, here's the stretch by Bartell and the 0-1. Outside, way outside. Nice stop again there by Mackey. 1-1 the count. Bartell looks back at second, comes to the plate. High. That's 2-1 now. Landon Bartell, a righty. Looks back at the runner at second base. Once. Now to the plate. Swung on and foul back, and it's now 2-2. So the Bulldogs with 1 out in the inning, and they almost had a third hit in the inning. They almost had the bases loaded with nobody out because the leadoff hitter, Cade Moore, hit a bullet headed toward left field, deflected by the third baseman as he dove to his left. It bounced over to the shortstop who threw him out at first base. This one is hit in the air out to left center field. Center fielder over to his right and in, and makes the catch on the red part of the C for out number 3. And so the Bulldogs threaten here in the bottom of the second, but do not score. So no runs, a couple of hits, no errors, and 2 left. We go to the top of 3, and a 0-0 tie so far. Okay, back after this 90-second break. 90 seconds.
Escogiendo el mejor proveedor médica puede ser difícil. Hope Community Medicine está aquí por ti. Si ocupa ayuda médica, ginecólogo o salud conductal, es nuestra misión proveer acceso de alta calidad de salud a pesar de su habilidad de pagar. Tenemos 5 clínicas en Carthage, Center, Tenaha y San Agustín para poder servir mejor a usted y su familia. 903-690-8395.
It's a powerful storm, and the power is off. Completely off. House after house in the dark, each one plunging a family into uncertainty and fear. One dark house after another, and another. And, wait, is that light? It is. And there's one reason for it. The owners of this home have a permanently installed backup power generator from Briggs & Stratton. Whole house backup power has never been easier or more affordable than with the power experts at Briggs & Stratton. So have one installed in your home and be a shining example of thinking ahead and protecting your family. Hey, somebody has to light the way. Whole house backup power generators from Briggs & Stratton.
Briggs & Stratton, sold at Howell's AC and Electrical in Carthage. Call 903-693-7451.
0-0 tie, and there's a line drive into right field for the leadoff hitter for the Panthers. That being the 8-hole hitter, Kason Wilkins. So Wilkins lines one into right for a base hit. Okay, Matthew Smith, the right-hander, looks over at first. And to the plate. And it's outside, ball 1. This is the 9-hole hitter, Caden Rhodes, the DH. Looked like he was going to square around to try to get the bunt down. Defensively for the Bulldogs tonight, at third base is Ty Chambers. And he squares around, tries to bunt that one, and fouls it off. So the count now is 1-1. Ty Chambers at third. The shortstop is Dylan Davenport. At second base tonight is Maddox Martinez. And the first baseman is Cade Moore. In left field, Sam Watson. Center field is Cale Preston. And the right fielder is Patrick Malone. We've got a shuffling of the lineup from what we saw at Henderson. Bulldogs have played a tournament since playing over at Henderson. There's a pitch, and this one is bunted back to the mound. The runner was off with the pitch, so he takes second. The runner was off, and the bunt, if the runner takes off, you sure want to try to get the bunt down, and Caden Rhodes did that, so Rhodes will be credited with a sacrifice. He's out 1-3, and Wilkins advances to second, again on the sacrifice. So now Spring Hill, for the second time in the first 3 innings, they have a runner in scoring position with, this time with 1 out. They had a runner in scoring position in the first inning with no outs as Allen doubled to lead off the ball game, and he was left stranded at second base. So now 1 out here in the top of the third. Runner at second for Spring Hill. And this is Travis Allen now, who doubled his first time up. And he gets down the bunt. It's a good one. Chambers in, throws to first. Not in time to get him. And it was a high throw. The first baseman, Cade Moore, prevented a big mistake there, an error, as Allen bunts his way on. And so now Spring Hill has runners at the corners with only 1 out. Great bunt there by Travis Allen. That one was not far off the line at all. And the Bulldogs, I don't think, were expecting it. And Allen did not show bunt until, fairly late. In other words, that he didn't show it before the pitch hit was made. So a great play there by Allen with the infield single, the bunt single. Here's a fly ball to right field. We got the tag at third. There's a catch in right field. Here's a throw to the plate, and he is going to be safe at the plate as the throw is cut off by the first baseman. So Thompson flies out to right, and he will get an RBI. As the catch was made out there by Patrick Malone, and Malone's throw toward the plate was cut off by Cade Moore, the first baseman. So Wilkins comes in to score, and Spring Hill now leads it in the top of the third, 1-0. So now Spring Hill with a run in at the top of the third, a 1-0 lead. They have a runner at first with 2 down now. There goes the runner. This pitch is hit into left field. Left fielder is there and makes a one-handed grab. That being out in left field, Sam Watson. So Mackey flies out or lines out to left to end the top half of the third, but the Spring Hill Panthers take the lead. 1 hit in the inning, 1 run, pardon me. 1 run on 2 hits, no Bulldog errors, and 1 runner was left stranded. So we go now to the bottom of 3. The score, Spring Hill 1, Carthage 0. Back after this 60-second break. 60 seconds, Josh.
We all like to save money, and State Farm can help with discounts. When you combine your car insurance with your State Farm homeowners insurance, you get big savings. So talk to me, Agent Tate Barber, and experience the good neighbor service that has made us America's #1 insurance company. Together, we can help you make sure you get the discount you deserve. No policy with State Farm? No problem. Call me, Agent Tate Barber, at 903-693-7555 or stop by my office, 1502 West Panola, directly across the street from McDonald's, to find out how much a multi-line discount can save you.
You can trust the qualified staff at Hudson Financial Group to help you build the right policy that's created just for the needs of your farm or ranch. Randy and his team recognize the importance of the farm and ranch community in Panola County. They understand how much your property means to you and your family and the hard work it requires to maintain. Give them a call at 903-693-7874, or better yet, stop by and see them at 1519 West Panola in Carthage. The Hudson Financial Group can help you customize the coverage you need.
All right, we're back here at Bulldog Park as we go to the bottom of 3. Spring Hill with a run in the top half of this inning, and they now lead it by a score of 1-0. And, you know, first time in this press box, so we're learning the idiosyncrasies of this. In other words, we turn on the lights, and the lights stay on for about, 10 to 15 seconds, and they go off on their own with no one punching a button. All right, Bulldogs now down a run, and we're going to send up the bottom of the order Sam Watson, and then back to the top of the order, and Cale Preston and Ty Chambers. So it'll be Sam Watson leading off now, left-handed hitter. First pitch to him, in there for a strike. This pitch is hit foul down the left field line. Strike 2. Bulldogs had a threat in the second inning with 1 out. We had 2 singles. So we had runners at first and second with 1 out, but then a strikeout and a fly ball to center, and we were out of the inning. Okay, and here's a strikeout of Sam Watson to start the third. Again, some lineup changes from what we saw at Henderson a week ago. But between Henderson and now, the Bulldogs played 4 games. In the Tatum tournament, they won 3 out of the 4. Cale Preston, the batter now, he struck out his first time. That one is low for ball 1. Here's the guy you want to get on. Good speed. Here's the 1-0 pitch. 2-0 the count. And last week against Henderson, he was on first, and Ty Chambers in the 2-hole got down a sacrifice bunt, and Preston went all the way from first to third. Here's the 2-0. That's low, ball 3. Boy, I tell you, Bartell is really working fast in this inning. Working faster than he did in the first 2 innings, in my opinion. I don't have a stopwatch on him or anything, just my observation. So Preston, to slow him down, steps out of the batter's box. Here's the windup in the 3-0. There's a strike. So the count now is 3-1. 3-1 on Cale Preston. This is the bottom of the third. Carthage trailing 1-0. Here's the windup, the 3-1. Ball 4, so Preston is on with 1 away. Now, I do not know how good I'm not for sure how good a base stealer he is. He's a smart base runner. I know that. To go from first to third on a sacrifice bunt, you have to be a smart base runner. And the way it happened, Ty Chambers put the sacrifice bunt down toward third base, and the third baseman had to come in a long way to get to it and throw to first. And no one covered third. He goes, here's a pitch hit on the ground to the shortstop. He has it on 2 hops, throw to first in time. So Preston was off with a pitch, so it was a hit and run, and Chambers made contact, a ground ball to the shortstop. And the shortstop with a throw to first for the second out of the inning, and Preston takes second. So now we have a runner in scoring position, the tying run at second base, but with 2 outs for Brick Soap. Soap grounded out to short his first time. That pitch is high for ball 1. The shortstop for for Spring Hill, Wyatt McFadden, he's got several assists already in the ball game. Here's the 1-0 pitch. This one, a little ground line drive back past the pitcher, throw to first, And in time, another sparkling play there by McFadden, as that was a little humpback liner that got over the pitcher's head, and that meant the shortstop was going to have to come in and make a spectacular play, and he did. So Soap is out 6-3 for the second time in the ball game. So for the Bulldogs, in the bottom of the third, no runs, no hits, no errors for Spring Hill, and one left. We go to the top of four. Spring Hill 1 and Carthage nothing. Back after this 90-second break. 90 seconds.
This is Pastor Monty Pierce, along with all the fine folks at Central Baptist Church, located one block off the square in beautiful downtown Carthage. If you don't have a church home and you like friendly folks and a meaningful worship service, we invite you to join us this Sunday. Check us out at centralcarthage.com for times and more information. This is Dr. Monty. Go Bulldogs!
Right on the loop, right on the price at Excel Ford ensures the SUV, truck, or car you choose, new or previously owned, is right for you. Your visit and your questions are welcome, even if you're just browsing. Any information you want will be provided. It's the foundation of exceptional customer service that frees you to proceed at your pace and even provides a money-back guarantee. Right on the price and right on the loop. Excel Ford, Carthage, Texas.
This is Darcy with Carthage Flower Shop on the Square, where we are more than just flowers. In shop, we keep a variety of live pot plants, silk arrangements, snack baskets, candles, keepsakes, and a great bath and body line called Magnolia Soaps. We now offer balloon arch installations, so give us a call for your next event. We can even get flowers to your loved one out of town. Thank you for all your continued support, Darcy, Jeanette, Levi, and the girls at Carthage Flower Shop.
All right, we go to the top of four now. Spring Hill leading it 1-0. Grant Burton, the cleanup hitter, leads off and takes one. A ball high for ball one, high and outside, a breaking ball. 1-0 on Burton. He'll be followed by Carson Tidwell and then Corbin Broyles. Smith into the windup, and here's the pitch, and this one is a strike over the outside corner. 1-1 the count. Chris Walker again behind the plate. Jeremy Dreesen is on the bases tonight. Here's a pitch outside. 2-1 the count. Now, we haven't had a Bulldog stolen base yet, but those are sponsored this year by Red Oak Insurance. Here's the 2-1 pitch. This one is a one-hopper back to Smith. He's got it. 2 steps toward first. Underhand toss. And Burton is out 1-3. Red Oak Insurance is a full-service multi-line insurance agency in Carthage, Texas, offering the best possible insurance policies in East Texas at the most competitive prices. Oh, and I've got a announcement I want to make. I promised someone I would make it several times in the ball game. That pitch is outside. Ball one to Carson Tidwell, who lined out to right his first time. And this concerns something that is coming up this next Sunday that I think you'd be interested in, especially if you're a Bulldog football fan. I'll tell you about it after this next pitch. This is a strike over the inside corner. 2-1 the count now. A meet and greet honoring Keontae Ingram with the Kansas City Chiefs will be Sunday, March the 17th at 4 p.m. This pitch is popped up foul. 2-2 the count. So this coming Sunday in the multi-purpose building facility at Carthage High School. The invitation is community-wide and beyond. Please come, bring a friend, and let Keontae know how proud we are of him. Here's a 2-2 pitch. This one a line drive, and it's caught on the short hop by Davenport over to first in time. Got him. I thought that was going to get to Davenport, and instead he short hopped it. And then I tell you what, Tidwell can get down the line in a hurry, and it was a very close play at first base. So Tidwell's out 6-3. Second out of the inning. Corbin Broyles now coming up. He struck out his first time up. So again, that is this coming Sunday. That's the 17th of March. There's a strike. 4 p.m. in the multi-purpose building. And that's not the PAC. The PAC is the huge auditorium. It's in the multi-purpose facility. Strike 2 call, which is the indoor practice facility used by the band and soccer team, baseball team, softball team. Here's the 0-2 pitch. High, 1-2 the count. We're in the top of the fourth. Spring Hill leading Carthage 1-0. 2 outs, nobody on for the Panthers. 1-2 count on Broyles, and he swings and misses for strike 3. And we go now to the bottom of the fourth. Spring Hill goes 3 up, 3 down. Bottom of 4 coming up. Spring Hill 1, Carthage nothing back after this 90-second break.
When making important decisions, it's reassuring to count on people you know. First State Bank and Trust Company is that group of people offering home loans or everyday depository needs. First State Bank and Trust is recognized as being among the most reliable, strongest banks as determined by our nation's leading bank rating firm, Bauer Financial Incorporated. It's a 5-star rated bank of people you know, always innovating for your changing financial needs. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender, First State Bank and Trust.
Monty Bacon and Carthage Furniture has some great deals for you. Rocker recliners just $3.99. A hot plate washer and dryer set, washer $5.49, dryer $4.99, and that includes installation and delivery. A complete bedroom suite, queen bed, dresser, mirror, chest, and nightstands. This is a beautiful sleigh bed set for only $11.35. Monty has a 5-drawer chest, just $125. At Carthage Furniture, check out their blue sofa and love seat. Sofa $4.59, love seat $3.99. Carthage Furniture, where Rosa speaks Spanish and delivery is
Thank you, Panola and surrounding counties, for supporting your local GM dealer, Pippin Motor Company, right here in Carthage. We are your Buick SUV headquarters. Come check out one of the many economical solutions Buick has to offer. Encore, Encore GX, Envision, or Enclave are sure to fit your needs. Whether you're looking for a new Buick, Chevrolet, GMC, or a quality pre-owned vehicle, we're here to help. Pippin Motor Company has been serving this community for 72 years and pride ourselves with providing a premium sales and service experience. Come experience a better way to buy a vehicle just across from Panola College, or look us up on the web at pippinmotorcompany.com.
It's a ball, and I'm not for sure. Okay, the first pitch was a strike. I missed that one. Here's the 1-1. This one, ground ball, left side, shortstop has it. Throw to first, got him. Boy, that shortstop has got a strong arm. And let me just total up the number of assists the shortstop McFadden has for Kilgore. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 of the 10 outs. 6 of the 10 outs. McFadden has an assist on him. Here's a pitch swung on and missed, or swung on and fouled off for strike 1 to Davenport. I tell you what, Dogs, I think we need to hit it to someone else. He has yet to make a mistake. And he's got a strong arm at shortstop. Davenport singled his first time up. He has one of our 2 hits. This pitch is strike 2 call. Inside corner. Dylan Davenport probably will be starting at Gilmer on Friday night. Pitch is outside, 1-2 the count now. He's a returning starter from last year. Here's the windup, the 1-2 to Davenport outside. 2-2 the count now. Again, we're coming to you live. This is Larry Allen along with Brenton Funsum. Brenton, a junior at Carthage High School. Here's the 2-2 pitch, high, ball 3. 3-2 now on Davenport. Martinez on deck. Maddox Martinez has our other single. So our 2 hits are from the 5 and 6 holes. This is a ground ball. Third baseman has it on 1 hop, going to his left, over to first in time. Two up and 2 down. Bartell is tough. All right, so this is Maddox Martinez up there now. He singled to right field his first time. That's ball 1. Bottom of 4, 2 down, nobody on. Here's the pitch. There's a strike, 1-1 the count. Both of these pitchers working fairly fast. It's going to be a fast ball game here unless we have a change. Here's the pitch in there for strike 2 call. Boy, Bartell, especially in the last 2 innings, has really picked up the pace. Here's the 1-2. High, 2-2. 2-2 on Martinez. 2-2 on Martinez, 2 down. Bottom of 4, nobody on. It's outside, ball 3. Boy, I tell you what, broadcasters love Bartell. You know, pitches in a hurry. Here's the 3-2 pitch outside, ball 4. That's ball 4 right there. So a 2-out walk to Martinez. And let's see if Coach Causey sends him, trying to get him in scoring position with 2 down. I don't have any stolen base stats on the Bulldogs. This pitch is hit out into left center field. Center fielder over to his right makes the catch for out number 3. So Martinez, Marshall. That was Taylor Marshall up there. Marshall lines out to center to end the bottom half of the 4th inning. So no runs, no hits, no errors in the ball game yet by either team. Not surprising with these two going after each other, and 1 left. So we go now to the top of 5 here at Bulldog Park, top of 5, and it's not yet 8 o'clock. Moving along pretty good pace. Spring Hill 1, Carthage nothing. Back after this 60-second break. 60 seconds.
Are you planning a trip but you need a set of tires? Don't worry. Let Graves Tires at 809 East Sabine in Carthage show you the affordable way to go. Graves Tires offers name brand tires at a savings. Their number 903-693-4841. They even have used tires for sale. They're open Monday through Friday, 7:30 to 5, and on Saturday, 7:30 to noon. Remember, at Graves, you always save.
Providing you with the highest quality eye care, from comprehensive eye exams, dry eye treatments, to the latest in designer eyewear, we've got you covered. Visit us at CarthageEyeAssociates.com or call 903-693-7745. Carthage Eye Associates. We make Carthage look good.
Top of 5 here in Carthage at Bulldog Park. Incidentally, the pitch count 49 for Matthew Smith and 58 for Landon Bartell. All right, so here comes the 50th pitch from Matthew Smith, and this one swung on and missed. Breaking ball. This is a 7-hole hitter, McFadden, the shortstop. 0-1. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Just misses outside. That pitch has been called a strike once or twice here tonight. Here's the 1-1. Swung on and missed. And I tell you what, this young man, he's pulling out of the zone with his front foot. Here's the 1-2. 2-2 the count. Let's go, Matthew. We got to get this guy. He's bailing out of the box with his front foot. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Inside, ball 3. Well, he's not going to do it on that pitch. On a pitch toward the outside part of the plate on a breaking ball, that's when he's been doing it. Here's a 3-2. This one is line drive off the foot of Matthew Smith. Third baseman has it. Throw to first. Got him. Well, let's see how Matthew Smith is now. That was a line drive off of his foot. And thankfully, it went for the Bulldogs. It went straight toward Ty Chambers at third. Chambers picked it up and fired over to first. So McFadden is out, and he's out 1-5-3. 1-5-3. That's not the kind of assist that you want as a pitcher. A line drive off of your foot. He's okay, evidently. There's a strike. Jason Causey came out to check on him. Kason Wilkins takes a strike. Boy, I mean, it ricocheted in a hurry over toward Ty Chambers. Fortunately for the Bulldogs, it did ricochet toward Ty Chambers at third base. I believe the count is now 2-1, I think. It is 2-1. 2-1 on the 8-hole hitter, Kason Wilkins. This pitch is ground ball to the third baseman. He's got it. Throw to first, and it is dropped. It is dropped by Cade Moore, and that's going to be the first error of the ball game. Nice throw by Ty Chambers. He had it there in time, but it just was flat dropped by Moore. That hurts. That really hurts right there. We had him at first base, and there's no other way to describe it. You know, Moore, I'm sure, feels terrible about it. It was dropped by Cade Moore, so that's an error, and they've got a runner on now with one out. Caden Rhodes, the batter. Rhodes put out a sacrifice bunt his first time, and you can just, bet that he's going to be doing it again right here. He's a 9-hole hitter. First error of the ball game. And it goes against the Bulldogs. Here's a pitch in there for a strike. There's a breaking ball right there. So an 0-1 count now on Rhodes, the DH, the 9-hole hitter. We've got to get this guy because Allen is on deck, the leadoff hitter, and he is 2 for 2, including a double. So we've got to get this guy. Throw to first. Runner back in. So we're in the top of the 5th. It should be 2 outs and nobody on, but it's 1 out and a runner on first because of an error by the Bulldogs. Rhodes with a count of 0-1 on him. Runner at first with just an average lead over there. The pitch is outside. 1-1 the count now. Matthew Smith, according to the scoreboard, has 61 pitches now. Throw to first. The limit in a game is 110. Now, if you're going to go the distance, 7 innings, if you divide 110 by 7, you'll get just short of 16 pitches. So you've got to average 16 or less to go the distance. Here's the 1-1. Strike 2 call. So if he were to get him on this next pitch, which would be his 63rd, that would be averaging just under 13 pitches per inning. Here's Matthew Smith with a pitch. This one fouled out of play, so the count stays at 1-2. I tell you what, what a ballpark this is. We've got the very latest turf, which means that it is meant to simulate a grass field. That pitch is high and outside. 2-2 the count. Those old AstroTurf fields, ball hit that turf and it'd take a big hop. It doesn't with this. It's just like playing on grass. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Swung on and missed, strike 3. That's a big strikeout there. That's the second out of the inning. And now you've got Allen coming up, the leadoff hitter, who is 2 for 2. So he doubled in the first, singled in the third, I should say. That was a big strikeout there to get the second out before Allen comes to the plate. Pitch to him. Breaking ball in there for a strike. My guess would be he's not going to see too many fastballs in this at bat. Smith to the plate. Yes, he went. He tried to check his swing. Pitch was outside. Nice stop by Soap, and now Allen's behind on the count 0-2. Okay, you got to be careful here now, Matthew. You've got him in the hole, 0-2. Here's the 0-2. Outside. Tried to make him go for one outside the zone. 1-2 the count now. Again, Travis Allen batting in the one hole. 2 for 2 for Spring Hill. A double in the first. Single in the third. Smith from the stretch, the 1-2. Strike 3 call. Got him a breaking ball over the inside part of the plate. And Allen is called out on strikes to end the fifth. So for the fifth inning, no runs for Spring Hill, no hits, no errors, one error by the Bulldogs, the first error of the ball game by either team, and one left. All right, we go now to the bottom of 5. Spring Hill 1, Carthage nothing. The bottom of our order coming up, 8, 9, and then back to the top. Back after this 60-second break.
Check off your to-do list with big savings on building materials at Kane Hardware and Lumber. Kane's is your one-stop shop for building materials for large-scale jobs, small projects, and everything in between. Whether you're building a house, adding on, or just updating, we carry the concrete, drywall, lumber, insulation, roofing, siding, molding, and many more products you'll need. Add character and charm to your home with our large selection of paint colors. We have all the products you need. Shop Kane Hardware and Lumber at 224 South Shelby Street in Carthage.
Well, let's see what the Bulldogs can do here in the bottom of the fifth. Patrick Malone, Sam Watson. And that's a strike right there to Malone. Swing and a miss on a breaking ball. Boy, I tell you, Bartell is a fast worker. 0-2 now on Malone. Here's the 0-2. This one hit down the right field line. Right fielder going over in foul ground, dives for it, and cannot quite get it. Boy, I tell you what, pretty good speed out there by the right fielder, and he gave it everything he had there, dove for it, and could not come up with it. So Malone there flirting with an extra base hit. But had it been right on the line, the right fielder would have definitely made the play because he wound up on the ground, I'm going to say 20 feet in foul ground. Okay, so 0-2 still on Malone. The windup, the 0-2. Outside. Didn't miss by much. That was a good pitch right there. Here's the 1-2. Strike 3 call. You could see that was going to be strike 3. Didn't have to wait for the ump on this signal, on his call. So now 1 away, and that brings up Sam Watson, who has struck out. He struck out his first time. Here's a pitch to him. In there for a strike. Again, the Bulldogs this year. Here's the 0-1. This one line drive. Shortstop to his left. Has it. Throw to first. And he is safe at first base. And I tell you what, we're going to give him a hit. That pulled the first baseman off the bag a little bit, and I know Coach Causey from, previous years, he gives the Bulldogs the benefit of the doubt. In other words, if it could have been called a hit or an error, he's going to give him a hit. So I'm going to call that a single myself, okay? So Watson on with 1 out, and now Kel Preston the batter. Shortstop had to go a good distance to get that one, and then had to make a strong accurate throw in a hurry. Here's the Preston trying to bunt his way on. Snap throw to first, and the runner's back in there. Preston missed that one, so the count now is 0-1 on him. Okay, here is Bartell into the stretch, and the pitch is swung on and missed, and the count now is 0-2. 0-2 on Cale Preston. The 0-2 outside and high, 1-2 the count. Preston struck out in the first, walked in the third. So officially he is 0 for 1. Here's a stretch by Bartell. The 1-2. Fouled out of play. Stays at 1-2. Bartell had 31, 42, 58 pitches entering this inning. He's now up to, looks like, 69. Here's the pitch. This one is lined. That's going to be caught by the second baseman. Boy, I was hoping that was going to get over his head, but just no chance of that, because as it turned out, he's jumped a little bit, but I don't think he really had to. So that's a line drive to the second baseman for out number 2 in the inning. And that brings up Ty Chambers. Okay, so Chambers the batter now with 2 down and the runner on first. Let's see if, there goes the runner. Pitch is high, throw down to second, and he is out at second base. All right, so Watson is thrown out trying to steal, and it wasn't really close. So for the Bulldogs in the bottom half of the 5th inning, no runs, 1 hit. That's our 3rd hit of the ball game. No errors and no 1 left. Top of 6 coming up. Spring Hill 1, Carthage nothing. Back in 60, make it 90 seconds. 90 seconds.
Carthage Independent School District is where champions are educated. As we face another year of uncertainty, Carthage will remain committed to being champions for every child, every day. We will continue being champions in the classroom with the help of our incredible team of teachers. We will continue being champions in extracurriculars, fine arts, and athletic events with the support of our fans along the way. And we will continue being champions for our community. Thank you for your continued support.
The city of Carthage, county seat of Panola County, gas capital of the United States, and friendliest spot in the world. We have it all: temperate weather, lots of jobs, good schools and churches, and even the Texas Country Music Hall of Fame. Carthage, a great spot on Highway 59 to settle down or just to visit for a while. Panola College, local medical care, a low tax base, and great shopping. That's Carthage. Recommend us, refer us, and revive yourself in the piney woods of East Texas. Carthage, with places we're all proud to call home.
Throughout Texas, Louisiana, and New Mexico, one of the largest independent oil field service companies is Pinergy, ranked number 1 in the United States for total number of wells drilled. You'll likely recognize Pinergy Carthage top management: Randy Taylor, Brandon Taylor, Andy Snow, Justin Taylor, and Steve Nations. At the Austin corporate office, senior management offers a combined 400 years experience regarding energy services. No more. Check the website pinergy.com or call 903-693-8400. Pinergy.
Okay, Trent Thompson leading off for the Spring Hill Panthers in the top half of the 6th inning. Takes one outside there for ball 2. So 2-0 now to Thompson. Thompson struck out in the 1st inning. Tried to check his swing, went around on that one. 2-1 the count now. And then he drove in the only run of the ball game with a sacrifice fly in the 3rd. So he is 0 for 1 with an RBI. This one is hit out into right field. Right fielder coming on. Second baseman out, and they do not make the play. And it gets away from him, and the runner now is grounding second. He's going to wind up at 3rd base. And the play is close over there, but he's in there. So, a mistake there by the Bulldogs. And I think I don't know. I'm going to give an error on that, but yep. give an error on that because someone should have made the play, as it was the second baseman and the right fielder. Second baseman being Maddox Martinez and the right fielder, Sam Watson. Excuse me, that's not the, pardon me, that's not the right fielder. The right fielder is Patrick Malone. So Malone converging with Martinez and should have made the play. They didn't. Runner on third. This pitch is hit back to the mound. It's a foul ball. So the count now is 1-1 on Josiah Mackey. So Spring Hill with a runner on third and nobody out. Carthage brings the infield in at the edge of the infield grass. Here's the 1-1. High, 2-1. Carthage having trouble against Bartell. He has shut us out so far. Here's a 2-1 pitch. This one fouled out back, and it's now 2-2. I think you've got to do this if you're Jason Causey. This is a good move right here. Yeah, when we did not make the catch in short right center field, the ball ricocheted off of one of our players and ricocheted. Both of them went to the ground. That one that hit the batter. So Mackey is hit by a pitch, and now the inning is starting to fall apart here. So we should have made the big play on the first hitter, a fly ball to right center field. We did not. Both players sort of collided with each other, went to the ground. The ball ricocheted off of them and ricocheted probably 40 to 45 feet away. And by the time they retrieved the ball, the batter, Thompson, was on his way to third base, and he made it safely. And now we've just hit Mackey. So first and third now for Spring Hill with no outs here in the top of the sixth. And we are in trouble now. Pitch is outside for ball one. And boy, I tell you what, when bad things are happening to you, you've got to, it's tough to stop it sometimes. Here's the pitch, and this is in there for a strike. So the 1-1 the count now. Again, we're in the top of the sixth. Spring Hill leading it 1-0. And there's runners at the corners with nobody out. So they've got a big threat here. Here's the 1-1. This one is hit foul, out of play, 1-2 the count. This is the cleanup hitter, Grant Burton, who has who has grounded to short and then grounded back to the mound. So he's 0 for 2. Now we had the infield in with the runner on third. Now the infield goes back, hoping to get the double play right here. This one popped up foul. First baseman Cade Moore over, and it's out of play. So it stays now at 1 ball and 2 strikes. We're in the top of the sixth. Spring Hill leading at 1-0. We have done practically nothing against Landon Bartell. We've had a couple of threats, but he has shut us out so far on only 3 hits. Here's the 1-2 pitch. This one is ground ball to the shortstop. Underhand flip to second for 1, throw to first, and in time we got the double play, but the run comes in to score. So again, when they had the runner on third, we played the infield in, but with runners on first and third, we played it back, and we got the double play. Ground ball to short, so Burton is out. Let's see, they get the force out at second as the run comes in to score. So Mackey, and there's a ball, I believe. No, that was a strike, okay. Mackey is out 6-4, and then Burton is out 4-3 on the double play. Because he hit into a double play, you cannot give him an RBI. 0-2 the count now on Tidwell. Here's the pitch. This one swung on and missed, so Tidwell strikes out on a pitch probably 3 feet out off the plate for out number 3. But the damage was done. And an error cost us here in this inning. We should have made the play in right center field, and we didn't. So 1 run on no hits. Another Bulldog error. So that's our second of the ball game, and no one left. So we go now to the bottom of the 6th. Spring Hill up now 2-0. We'll be back after this 60-second break.
Better solutions, better building comes from Louisiana Pacific, caring and involved corporate resident. Friends and neighbors in Panola County are the foundation of business at Louisiana Pacific, delivering high-performance building products in the area. You know these folks. You know them from church, civic clubs, as volunteers in the work they do in the community, and at Louisiana Pacific. Good people in good company with you and Louisiana Pacific.
Genpack Carthage, over 50 years servicing the food and restaurant industry with superior products. Advancing innovative packaging to enhance the human experience is more than just our purpose statement. It's our driving passion to make people's lives better through the food packaging they use daily. Genpack's dedication to quality assures you get food containers and packaging at its best. Browse and find what you need at genpack.com or look for our products on amazon.com. We are everywhere. Made right here in Carthage by folks you know. Genpack.
On the count 0-2, the first one was a call strike. Second one he missed on a breaking ball with a swing. Here's the 0-2. This one, ground ball. Gets past the pitcher. Second baseman in, up with the throw, and in time to get Chambers. So Chambers grounds out 4-3. And that brings up now Brooks Stope, who has grounded to short twice. So things not looking good here. Let me make this announcement one more time that I did at least one more time that I made earlier about what's going to happen this coming Sunday. A special invitation. Patsy Smith is the one who is sort of heading this up. And if you know her, you can contact her for some more information. Here's the pitch, and it's high to Brooks Stope for ball 1. Coming up this Sunday, that's March 17th, 4 p.m. at the multi-purpose building. Here's a ground ball left side, and the third baseman knocks it down, cannot make the play, and we're going to give a hit there to Brooks Stope. So Stope on with an infield single with 1 out. So we've got the tying run now at the plate in the form of Cade Moore. So again, this Sunday, 4 o'clock at the multi-purpose building, not the PAC, not the big auditorium, but the multi-purpose building. That's the building, you know, where you can practice inside. 4 o'clock, it's a meet and greet for Keontae Ingram, who is now with the Kansas City Chiefs. There's a ball to Cade Moore. Moore has grounded out to the shortstop. Actually was out 5-6-3, then grounded too short. So we've got a runner on first now. Over to first, and he's back in there pretty close over there. Here's the stretch. The pitch is high. No, that's a strike. Pardon me, a strike. So now the count is 1-1 on Cade Moore. Here's the pitch, and this one is high. 2-1 the count. I think it was outside too, based on the signal from the home plate ump. 2-1 the count now on Moore with a runner on first and 1 out. This pitch is strike 2 call. And everyone is invited to this meet and greet. Everyone. So you don't necessarily have to be a Bulldog fan. Meet and greet with Keontae Ingram, 4 o'clock Sunday afternoon in the multi-purpose building. Here's the 2-2 pitch. This one is line drive into left field for a base hit. And now the Bulldogs have 2 runners on. So we've got the tying run on base at second now. as Moore singles to left. So first and second with one out for Dylan Davenport. So Dylan coming up in a key spot here. He is singled and then grounded to third. Spring Hill leading it 2-0 here in the bottom half of the sixth inning, but the Bulldogs with a threat. We had runners at second and first with one out in the second and did not score. We have yet to have a base runner to third base. We had a runner on first with one out in the third and did not score. And we've got some change here as Jason Causey tells the home plate ump about the change, and it's got to be a pinch runner in. Okay, so the Bulldogs with runners at first and second, one out. And there's a strike to Davenport. Breaking ball over the outside corner. Actually, maybe off the plate about an inch or two, but it's been a consistent call tonight. Here's the 0-1. Low back to the backstop. It gets past the catcher to the backstop, and the runners move up. So you've got to call that either a pass ball or a wild pitch. I'm going to call it a wild pitch. It's a judgment call as to which one it is. So now the tying run is at second base with one out. Let's go, Dylan. This pitch is swung on and missed for strike two. 1-2 the count now. Here's the 1-2. Outside, 2-2. No, 1-2, pardon me. 1-2 the count now. 1-2 on Dylan Davenport. Bottom of the sixth, the best threat of the ball game for the Bulldogs. Runners at second and third with one out. Here's the pitch. This one is line foul, out of play. So it stays 1-2. Maddox Martinez is on deck. He singled in the second and walked in the fourth. Bulldogs have been shut out so far. Big threat here. Here's a 2-2 pitch outside, ball three. No, ball two, pardon me. Ball two, excuse me. Okay, well, I've got 2-2, but the scoreboard has 3-2, so not for sure which one it is. Umpire gave the sign with his hands. I believe it's 3-2 after all. This pitch is hit in the air, out of play. Here's the windup and the pitch. Outside, ball four, so it was 3-2. And that's a walk to Dylan Davenport, and now the bases are loaded. The bases are juiced for Maddox Martinez. Bases juiced for Martinez now with one out here in the bottom of the sixth inning, and Garrett Methvin is going to come out. It's the Spring Hill head coach to come out to visit with his right-hander. Okay, we're going to take a 30-second break. 30 seconds, and we'll be back.
Flowzone is your industry leader for all.
Flowzone is your industry leader for all oil and gas pipe, valve fitting, and supply needs. Flowzone Carthage has over 130 years of combined experience with an outstanding safety record. Flowzone, located at 1092 Highway 59 South, just south of Denny's, is ready to offer customer service that will exceed your expectations with services such as free delivery and competitive pricing. Call them today, 903-263.
All right, Maddox Martinez, chance to be the hero right here. Bases loaded. Tying run at second, the go-ahead run at first base with just one out for Maddox Martinez. That pitch is low for ball one. They wind up the 1-0 in there for a strike. Martinez again has singled, and then he walked. He walked on the 3-2 pitch, singled on an 0-2 pitch. Here's the pitch, and this is fouled out of play. And the count now, I believe, is 1-2. 1-2 the count. Here's the 1-2 pitch. High and outside, barely missed. 2-2 the count now on Martinez. Key spot in the game right here. Game is on the line right here. Bases juiced. They're loaded in the bottom of the sixth. One out. Here's the pitch to Martinez. Swung on and missed. Strike three. That was an off-speed pitch. And so Bartell got him. And now it's up to Taylor Marshall, who has struck out and lined to center. So again, we had the bases loaded here in the bottom of the sixth with one out. Martinez has just struck out. And there's a strike to Marshall. Off-speed pitch. Breaking ball. Marshall, a left-handed batter. Here's the 0-1. This one is lined into center, into left field. A little short humpback liner caught by the shortstop as he went to his right and on the edge of the outfield grass. And that is out number 3. So a big threat by the Bulldogs. Bases loaded with one out, and we do not score. So no runs. There were 2 hits in the inning. No errors. And 3 left on base. That hurts right there. We go to the top of 7. The score, Spring Hill 2 and Carthage nothing. Back after this 60-second break.
Ready to supercharge your future in the energy industry? Panola College is introducing the brand new Matthews Foundation Energy Building, opening its doors this fall with programs in electrician, HVAC, natural gas compression, and welding. Small class sizes, state-of-the-art equipment, and personalized attention, where your goals are our priority. Our hands-on approach means you're diving into the real-world energy experience, setting you up for success from day one. Enroll today at panola.edu/energy to start your electrifying future.
Bink's Quick Stop in Carthage on the corner of 699 and the Loop. Open Sunday through Thursday from 4 a.m. to 10 p.m. and Friday and Saturday from 4 a.m. to 11 p.m. Open for breakfast, and the grill is open throughout the day, and it provides the best hamburgers in town. You can also get a grilled chicken or chicken fried steak. It's all fresh and made from scratch. And, of course, you can fill up your tank with gas. That's at Bink's, a Quick Stop in Carthage, again on the corner of 699 and the Loop.
We go now to the top of the 7th. And we've got some defensive changes for Carthage. Because Coach Causey has notified the home plate umpire. Incidentally, remember the introduction of the umpires? Sponsored by Hartsway Hospice tonight. Chris Walker is behind the plate. Jeremy Dreesen is on the bases. And let's see, Matthew Smith here in the top of the 7th is going to face the 6, 7, and 8 hole hitters. So it'll be Corbin Broyles to lead off. Here's the pitch to Broyles. In there for a strike. Broyles has struck out twice. 0-1 on him. The 0-1. That one fouled off. And that one got soap. That one got soap somewhere. I'm not for sure where, but that he's stunned a little bit by it, but he's okay. He's going to stay in there. 0-2 on Broyles. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. And so Broyles is out on strikes for the 3rd time in the ball game. And that'll bring up McFadden. He struck out in the 2nd, And then ground ball. He's the one that hit the line drive off the leg of Smith that ricocheted over to third. 1-0 on McFadden. Here's the next pitch. 2-0 the count now. We'll be at Gilmer on Friday night. Here's the 2-0 pitch. This one is hit out into right center field. Right fielder going over to his right. He's there and one-hands it for out number 2. McFadden hit that one well, but the right fielder tracked it down, Patrick Malone. And that'll bring up now Kason Wilkins. Wilkins singled in the third, went to second on a sacrifice bunt, and then came in to score on an RBI. So he scored one of their 2 runs. His pitch is in there for a strike. We're in the top of the 7th. Spring Hill leading it 2-0. Went around on it, tried to check his swing, 0-2. Here's the 0-2 outside. 1-2 the count. Kilgore and Gilmer elected to play earlier today, with it being spring break. No school. I don't know for sure what time they played. Kilgore won that game 16-13. Here's a pitch outside. Two and two the count now. Here's a 2-2 pitch. Outside, ball 3. Let's go, Matthew. Here's a 2-2. Ground ball down to third. Ty Chambers has it. Throw to first in time. So Wilkins is out 5-3 as Spring Hill goes down in order now in the top half of the 7th inning. And we go now to the bottom of the 7th. Bulldogs trailing Spring Hill 2-0. And it's going to be Patrick Malone, Sam Watson, and then Cale Preston coming up for the Dogs. Okay, we'll take a 60-second break. Bottom of 7th coming up right after this.
Farmers State Bank, a name that you know.
Farmers State Bank, a name that you know and can depend on. We're your neighbors and community partners. We're committed to meeting your financial needs by providing banking solutions for your mortgage, commercial, or personal loans. With 118 years of service to our community, we're part of your local rodeos, 4-H, and festivals. We want you to know that we're here for you. Visit us at fsbctx.bank or come see us today. Farmers State Bank, improving lives and fulfilling dreams. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Escogiendo el mejor proveedor médica puede ser difícil. Hope Community Medicine está aquí por ti. Si ocupa ayuda médica, ginecólogo o salud conductal, es nuestra misión proveer acceso de alta calidad de salud a pesar de su habilidad de pagar. Tenemos 5 clínicas en Carthage, Center, Tenaha y San Agustín para poder servir mejor a usted y su familia. 903-690-8395.
Malone, Watson, and Preston. Okay, it's not going to be Malone. It is going to be Caden Ritter. Caden Ritter batting here in the bottom of the 7th, leading off, and takes the strike. This one grounded down to the third baseman. He has it. It's a fair ball. It's dropped to the third baseman. That'll be an error. And Ritter will be on to lead off the bottom of the 7th. Third baseman came in a slowly hit ball, and he just flat dropped it. And so Ritter is on the error. All right, so that brings a tying run to the plate in Sam Watson. Watson struck out, then single. Takes a ball. Watson, the left-handed batter. So we've got the tying run at the plate. Spring Hill leading it 2-0 here in the bottom of the 7th. Obviously, it's a 7-inning game. This is it right here. There's a strike. Want to remind you again, this coming Sunday, that's the 17th at 4 p.m. at the Multipurpose Building. A meet and greet with Keontae Ingram of the Kansas City Chiefs. That pitch is outside, 2-1 the count. This is for the Carthage community and beyond. Everyone is welcome. Here's a 2-1 pitch. Low ball 3. So 3-1 now to Watson. That was the 100th pitch for Bartell. Here's the 2-1. Strike 2 count. Excuse me, I think it was a 3-1 count, so now that's strike 2. And Watson, I tell you, Watson did something umps don't like. He ran several steps to first. Here's the pitch, and this one is fouled off. Usually not a good idea to do that because umps don't like that. I believe the count is 3-2, I think. Here's a stretch by Bartell. The pitch, this one, ground ball to the second baseman. Throw to the shortstop for 1. Throw to first. In time, they got the double play. Well, I tell you what, they turned it there, no doubt about it. Ground ball to the second baseman. A flip to the shortstop for the out at second. And then the shortstop with a strong throw to first. And now there's 2 down and nobody on for Cale Preston. Preston takes a strike. So we're down to our last out. Preston is struck out, walked, and then lined to second. Inside, 1-1. There's no doubt about it. Spring Hill is one of the top teams in the district. Here's the 1-1. Lined in center field for a base hit. So Preston is on with 2 outs. And again, the tying run comes to the plate in Ty Chambers. Chambers has grounded to short twice and then grounded to second. I doubt that Preston would be running here with 2 outs in the bottom of the 7th inning, you know. I doubt that seriously. Now Garrett Methvin is coming out. And the coaches are looking up here at the press box. And I'm not for sure what that's about. Maybe thinking about the pitch count. Okay, the lights just went out in here. There's a strike to Chambers. Here's the pitch, and that's outside. 1-1 the count now. 2, 6, 10, 15, 17, 18. There's a strike. Okay, so I believe it's now 1-2 on Chambers. With 2 out in the bottom of the 7th. Preston on first base. Okay, and so that now is the 111th pitch for Bartell. And strike 3 there as Chambers swings and misses. And that's the ball game. So for the Bulldogs, in the bottom half of the 7th inning, no runs on 1 hit, no errors. There was 1 error, 1 error, and 1 man left on base. So Spring Hill wins this ball game by a score of 2-0. We'll be back in 60 seconds to wrap this one up.
It's a powerful storm, and the power is off, completely off. House after house in the dark, each one plunging a family into uncertainty and fear. One dark house after another, and another. And wait, is that light? It is. And there's one reason for it. The owners of this home have a permanently installed backup power generator from Briggs & Stratton. Whole house backup power has never been easier or more affordable than with the power experts at Briggs & Stratton. So have one installed in your home and be a shining example of thinking ahead and protecting your family. Hey, somebody has to light the way. Whole house backup power generators from Briggs & Stratton.
Briggs & Stratton, sold at Howell's AC and Electrical in Carthage. Call 903-693-7451.
Carthage Bulldogs and the Spring Hill Panthers, two of the top teams in District 17 4A, two teams that should make the playoffs from 17 4A, getting together for the second district game of the season for both teams. And the Spring Hill Panthers win this ball game by a score of 2-0. Here are the totals in the ball game. First of all, for Spring Hill, they had 2 runs on 2 hits. They committed 1 error, and they stranded 3 in the ball game. And the winning pitcher going the distance was Landon Bartell. He gets the complete game victory. For the Carthage Bulldogs, no runs on 6 hits, 2 errors for the Bulldogs, 8 runners left on base. And Matthew Smith, the senior right-hander, takes the loss for the Carthage Bulldogs. The Bulldogs are now 7-2 for the season, and they are 1-1 in district play. The Bulldogs will next be in action on Friday night at Gilmer. Starting time will be 7 o'clock, and the JV Red, I believe, will be playing the first game, which will start at 4:30. So once again, your final score Tuesday night from Bulldog Park in Carthage, Texas, on the campus of Carthage High School, the Spring Hill Panthers 2 and the Carthage Bulldogs 0. For your Sports Beat station, I'm Larry Allen. Okay, we want to thank you for joining us, and want to thank Brenton Funsum again for giving you the video stream, operating the camera. And the Bulldogs, against one of the top teams in the district, there's no doubt about it, and one of the top pitchers in the district in Landon Bartell. And they go down tonight by a score of 2-0. So we'll be on the air Friday night from Gilmer. Once again from Bulldog Park, this